Alright, Rick Wooler came back again. New episode of Doctor Who up. The Magician's Apprentice was last week. This week it's The Witch's Familiar. And guess what? We've got my new team of mascots in front of me. Got the Decayed Master. We've got the Deepole Doctor. Of course, we've still got Perry. Can't not have Perry. I actually really enjoyed last week. I'm hoping to enjoy this week just as much. Have I? Let's find out. Okay, spoiler warning. Let's talk about plot. So essentially there's two sides to the plot, and they sort of both feed together pretty evenly and pretty quickly. There's the Doctor and Davros having a chat. There's Clara and Missy trying to save the Doctor. They're the two major plot elements, and they work well together. And let's point out Davros calling the Doctor, as we wrestling fans, or we Attitude Era wrestling fans put it, it was a setup all along. But there isn't actually all that much plot to talk about. It's more events and the characters that go into building them. So let's move straight along to the characters themselves, shall we? The Doctor was on form once again. I mean, not surprising, he's such a good actor. And being given better material this year. So there is really no shock that he's being so good. And look at that. He's essentially defined the whole character of the Doctor as being all about compassion. I do have to say I thought there was a tonal shift in this story. And that was mostly due to this fact of the Doctor's compassion characteristic coming up. But he was still dark at times, especially with that blaster and threatening to destroy all them Daleks. And the way he did destroy the Daleks in the end. And there was so much light to him as well. When he was doing the dodgems in Davros's car. That cracked me up. That was genius. That's something we've wanted to see for 40 years? And he nailed that. Nailed that completely. Which I'm definitely not complaining about. This is the Doctor I wanted him to be from the get-go. And he's there. He's doing it. And of course in the end, compassion wins. That's how he saved Clara. And we knew that was going to happen after last week. After Davros tried to get him to admit that compassion doesn't work and that compassion is a mistake, we had to see compassion win through. It wasn't as strong a theme as I actually thought it would be, but it was definitely there. Now, two other things to say about the Doctor in this episode. One, he knew it was a trap all along. He knew it was that setup all along, and he played Davros with it. That is genius. That was a really good twist. And yeah, especially with the idea of life destroying the Daleks, which was life conquering death. Good theme for the Doctor to have, I'd say. I approve of that a lot. And the other is what we're going to call the Moffat surprising mystery chase for this year, I think. And that's the idea of the hybrid. Oh, that's what the Doctor was running from. Well, it's an interesting idea. I really like that idea. I've got to say, that idea fits really well into another show I do right here on this YouTube channel, which is Fanon. You know, where I take ideas and things seen on screen and I put my own fan theory and headcanon into it. It's not canon, it's Fanon. And that fits right into it. I might do an expanded episode of that later this week. But to give the bullet points of it, this hybrid that's the day we're talking about in this, that's the legend from Gallifrey. That might be why the Doctor's running. Now, I remember back in the TV movie. Yeah, when you got shot. When you orchestrated to get him shot. Didn't they point out in that the Doctor's half human? Is the Doctor the hybrid they're talking about? Yeah, you might not want to listen to this bit. You don't come out of it as good as the version that we're talking about now. Because Missy was still the best thing on screen. Loved her performance. Michelle Gomez, I love you. You are absolutely awesome. Just so awesome. I mean, for example, the way she's got such blatant disregard for Clara's safety, yet still somehow keeps her safe. That was just genius. Even pushing her down that hole, which was kind of obvious, I have to admit, was awesome because of how well it was played. And the way she dealt with the Daleks, that was incredible. I do have to say though, I did notice that she seemed to be written a little bit like Sherlock. And we know Moffat's done this before and he likes showing that off, and I don't know if it was because of how good Michelle Gomez is or because it was a more refined script or a restrained script, but that wasn't so bad in this version. But it was definitely there. I definitely picked up on that. Another thing I really picked up on was the use of accents that she had. Two of note. One, that weird choice for an American accent for no particular reason. That seemed odd, but it's Missy. It's Michelle Gomez and it's Missy. Batshit crazy. What do you expect? And the other one was her Michael Caine voice, which was a lot of fun and really fit, because it was essentially, she was just doing the Italian job bit of, hang on lads, just had a brilliant idea. And that was not in any way, shape or form a Michael Caine impression. That was my interpretation of the line. Before anyone jumps on the fact that I sounded absolutely nothing like him, because I really sounded absolutely nothing like him then. And that was kind of the point. I'm saying that now. So we don't know the fate of Missy, except that she's just had a brilliant idea. I've got to say, really wish we could see her every week. Okay, Anthony Ainley's still my favourite master. But I've got to say only just, because Missy is such a joy to watch on the screen. She is just incredible. I think I'm a little bit in love. Okay, this is getting weird. 2 weeks in a row, I didn't hate her. I'm as shocked as you are, frankly. But, yeah, she was pretty good in this. Probably mostly because she really wasn't in it all that much. Which is a bonus. And what she did well. She wasn't overpowering. She didn't drive the plot any more than you'd expect her to in this situation. And Missy always kept putting her back in her place, which I think really worked. If we're going to keep Clara, we need a third person in there who will put her in her place. I've got to say, Jenna Coleman in this was really good. And she seems to be a really talented actress. I just don't think she's been given the best material to work with as Clara, which is a shame, because I'd love to like her on a more base level as well. Let's just point out she did look really, really good when she was tied up. But yeah, that goes without saying, and that's, I'm still a guy, what do you expect? There's going to be some of that in there. But she really came across as a good Dr. Watson there. And that's what a companion should be. They're not the big star of the show. They're there to be the Dr. Watson. And she nailed it in this one. Absolutely nailed it. Well done, Clara. Well done, Jenna. Well done, Moffat. Okay, lots to talk about here again. Let's start with our friendly neighbourhood snake man. He was pretty underused in this, but still an interesting character. He's someone I'd love to see explored later. Maybe not this series, but maybe next series. If there's another series next year, and I know there's talk of it being a break, but if there is one next year, I'd like to see his origins explored a little bit more. Good luck with that though, Moffat. You'd better make it good. And then of course, there's the Daleks. Have to talk about them in this, don't we? We really have to, which is a shame because I'd really rather not. There's really not much to say here. And they really don't do much. Honestly, they don't even kill anyone. Daleks are built for killing, and they don't kill anyone. Admittedly, there was no one for them to kill, but you're stopping them from being what's good, from their thing, and not using. I mean, I really advocate not using the Daleks very much. I think the next Dalek story should be essentially a group of people terrified of this threat, whatever it might be, slowly building up the resistance, work out its Daleks. Doctor's terrified at this idea. Companion tries to settle him down. They build the rebellion up. They go out to face the Daleks. And then almost all the rebellion gets gunned down, destroyed, wiped out. And luckily, by a feat of luck, the Doctor drives the Daleks off, with one, maybe two survivors. That's how you build the Daleks back up. Making them deadly, making them the rare, making them special. Not like this, though I enjoyed them in this. Don't get me wrong, I did enjoy this. It was nice to see them used better. But there is an interesting moment we did get that where we got essentially the difference between a Dalek and a Cyberman. Because of course the whole thing is Cybermen are essentially just Daleks in human shape. But no, they're not. We've been given the difference now. Cybermen repress emotions, Daleks use it as ammo. Missy told us this, and it was the best Dalek moment in the episode. Go figure. And then Davros. Now there's a lot more to say about Davros, because my God was Davros good in this. He was just simply amazing. I'm talking Missy kind of good in this. He was really just so good. And it all fit still. It really still felt like Davros, which is the most amazing part of it. And then there was the turn. When the Doctor promised him the regeneration energy, just enough so he could see his sunrise. And the way he just went from his crying to his laughing about it, that was brilliant. That was just brilliant. That was really good. The fact that he was working the Doctor all along, just so he could heal himself and his Daleks. Brilliant plan. Brilliantly executed. Had a gambit of emotions. Thumbs up. Double thumbs up. He nailed it. Okay, so I really did enjoy this week's episode. Not as much as last week's, which is a shame. But yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. There was a load to recommend about this episode. Mostly the Doctor, Davros and Missy. So yeah. I felt the Daleks were a bit of waste. I mean, Missy, over the two parts, Missy killed more people than the Daleks did. And she was meant to be one of the good guys. Kind of. I mean, I don't mind that because Missy was awesome. But really, she should not be killing more people than an army of Daleks. I'm going to call this one 7 out of 10. Just 7.5 out of 10. I'll be giving them a half point. Because, yeah, it wasn't quite as good as last week, I didn't think, but still pretty good. Payoff wasn't as good as the setup for me. But yeah, much better than last year all round. Silly.